Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's Alex here at Eurocycles of Tampa Bay, coming to talk to you today about a wonderful motorcycle, the 2023 BMW S1000XR. I have two models here in front of me. One is the 2023 triple black color scheme with the carbon package and some other things on it, really nice goodies. And over here I have the M package, so the letter M being their performance brand. Join me here shortly and we'll check out some of the cool features we have on the S1000XR. So from this angle, you guys can get a cockpit view of what the S1000XR looks like. Starting over here on the right hand grip, you have your kill switch here in red. Up is off, down is run, all the way down is start. Up next is the mode button, which if you direct your eyes to the top right of the dash, you have your riding modes. So right now it's equipped in road mode, dynamic mode, and rain mode. And if you have the pro modes equipped, you'll have a pro mode after dynamic. These riding modes change mostly throttle response, ABS setting, and traction control. Those will all be changed on the fly. You can do it while you're riding. So if you encounter a rainstorm, you need to throw it in rain mode, you can. Or if you come to your favorite road and you want to throw it in dynamic for some fun riding, you can do that as well. And right above that is the heated grip button. When I press in the heated grip picture, it throws up a number 3. That's level 3, that's the highest setting. Level 2, level 1, and off. Moving to the left-hand grip, starting on the top, you have your cruise control. A familiar staple for a lot of BMW motorcycles for many years, so it should be pretty similar to others you've owned in the past. But for those new to the BMW brand, you would click this over to the right to engage cruise. And while the bike is running, you'll get a little green cruise symbol that will show up, and you can hit set, just like a car. It will accept the speed that you're at. Just below that, you actually have a hazard light, which is becoming more common nowadays, but as BMW's had for a while. If you ever pull over in a situation where you want to be visible, you just click those. It'll throw on both of your turn signals, front and rear, and let everybody know you are stopped. There is a hazard. People should slow down, be aware of what you're doing. On this symbol, I get a lot of questions on. It's an exclamation point with a circle around it. Essentially what that is if you ever decide you want to be a little bit more aggressive and you want to turn off your ABS or your traction control for any reason, reasons being wheelies, stoppies, burnouts, things the bike normally tries to keep you from doing, you would hold this button down for an interval of 3 to 5 seconds and it would disable these lights. They would go solid. That would basically turn off those systems that you would want to be turned off. Is it something I recommend doing every day? No, but some people do ask me how to do it, so that is how you do it. Moving down a little bit is the turn signal button here. It has left side, right side, and press in to turn off. This is also equipped with the self-cancel feature, so if you do forget to turn your turn signal off, BMW will do it for you after, I think, about 15 seconds. Right over here, this light is for the additional LED lights equipped on this bike. Again, that is optional, but if you do have that button, that will be how you turn on and off the LEDs below. And then you have in this red button right here, your horn. Now moving back up to the menu button here, you have the up and down menu selection, and you also have this wheel here. BMW affectionately likes to call the Wonder Wheel. I like to think of it like a computer mouse. You use this to make selections on the dash that you can see here. Now let's give you a little bit of a dash tour. That's what they call the status line. Right now we're looking at the total mileage. It's got the 9 miles we put on during our initial test ride. Your average speed for trip 1, your average speed for trip 2, that's what this line and the circle means. Your current tire pressures, those will come up when the bike is rolling. Those are calculated as the tires rotate. Your estimated fuel till empty, your estimated range, your current fuel level, and back to your total mileage, your odometer. Now this is customizable, so if you don't want to have to cycle through 15 things every time you want to get back to your favorites, you don't have to. I'll show you how to do that later. Moving down the dash here, you have your speedometer, your miles per hour. It's nice and digital, nice and big, so you can see it all the time. And you have your tachometer that not only goes left to right, but it also slopes up to kind of give you an idea of how many RPMs you're increasing. One of the really cool features I love about BMW is they actually have a temperature adjusted red line for you. So when the bike is cold, they don't recommend you rev it past 5,500 RPM until the bike is up to operating temperature. When you start the bike and you run it for a little bit, you'll actually see this red bar move up and allow for more revs to be used as the bike gets up to operating temperature. Over here on the right, you have a gear indicator. Right now it's in neutral. As you go down and up, it'll let you know what gear you're in. And very last at the bottom, you can set up a temperature, ambient temperature, and your current time dash. That is the same symbol that is on the bottom of this menu screen, and that helps some people remember how to navigate through here. So as I hit down on the menu screen, it takes us into our sub menu. And then I use this wheel that we referenced before to go left and right to make selections. And it gives you an idea here which areas you can move in this dash. So first one you see is my vehicle. Let's go down into that again. It gives you a nice snapshot of your actual picture of your bike and all the systems that they're tracking what's going on with each one. And I believe if it dips below 5 pounds or more off of the target spec, you'll get a little light, a warning light that'll come on your dash saying, hey, you should check your tire pressure, it may be low. And lastly, it gives you your service requirements of when the next due date is or the remaining distance. This one, the date is off because it hasn't been updated by the computer yet. So we can always go back out through the arrows, or you can just hit up to navigate back up to the next menu screen. This one's pretty cool, and it's available only on the S bikes, as far as I know. It's called the Sport Dash. Going down into this one, it gives you a totally different dash readout than the normal bikes you would see. And included in this, you'll have your dynamic traction control percentage, so how much the traction control has been used. It has your braking pressure, so if you're doing a track day and you want to see how hard am I braking, how much more do I have to go, it gives you a braking pressure force of meters per second right here. And then you have your tack is more of a traditional left to right rainbow style tack. But one of the things people really enjoy about this bike is it includes your lean angle sensors, which can be a little bit of a trick because once you start trying to hit your lean angles, you got to be careful out there because you may try to exceed what the bike's capable of and you get yourself in trouble. But it's really cool that they have that feature there. All right, moving next over on the dash, you'll have 3 options that are going to be grayed out at first. That's going to be your navigation, your music media, and your telephone option. Now, the cool thing is this is available to anybody who buys these bikes. You don't have to pay extra to use these features, but you do have to download the BMW Motorrad Connected app and then pair your phone to the bike to highlight these options to be able to use. Going all the way over is where your settings are going to be located, and going down into this menu, you'll get into this itemized menu, and then you'll use the wheel to navigate down through these. So one of the cool things is that you can pretty much customize almost everything on this bike, but you just have to know where to find it and how to do it. The manual is great, but I'll be happy to show you in this video as well. You go into configurations here and you can set where your RPMs start, where they end for your shift light, the brightness. You can even change the frequency if you want, if you don't like how bright or how much it flashes. Here we can see the Pro riding modes are not enabled on this model, so you just check this here, and now we would have the Dynamic Pro riding mode, where you can jump into here and you can customize each little option that controls what's in a riding mode. And if you ever mess it all up and you want to go back, you can always reset it to factory settings down here on the reset. Connections, this is where I told you we'd show you how to pair your phone, pair your helmet. That's under connections. So it's pretty simple. If you've used a Bluetooth pairing device before, you know how to do it. You go here, you click mobile device, you pair a new mobile device, you take out your device and put it in pairing mode, get them to talk to one another, hit pair, and you're done. I won't pair to this bike because I don't want to mess it up for the next customer, but it's pretty simple. Same thing goes for your helmet. One thing I do have to remind people of frequently is if you have your helmet paired to your phone and you want to use this bike as the hub, you will need to unlink your phone and your helmet and connect them both to the motorcycle to create that perfect trinity of bikes. Phones talk to the bike, helmets paired to the bike is paired to your phone. Next one down is display, and here you have your display settings. This is where a lot of people ask me for help, is the status line content. This is the one we talked about earlier where if you don't want 15 things on the top of your dash to cycle through, this is where you would make your choices. So as you can see, as I scroll down here, everything is checked. That means it's going to show you everything on that status line that you want to see. But anything that you uncheck under here and then go back out, those will be off of your status line now, so you don't have to cycle through as many things. This also, you can turn off the speed limit info option, which uses GPS nav data to know what the speed limit of the road you're riding is, and it'll let you know if you're exceeding that speed limit. If you see that as red all the time and it annoys you, you can turn that off and don't worry about it. And just let the local officers let you know when you're exceeding that. And if you ever just get frustrated and you're like, you know what, I don't know what I did, but my bike's all messed up, go all the way down to reset all, and you can reset everything back to factory settings, and you can start from scratch again. You can come in and see me, and I'll be happy to explain it all to you again. Check back again for our other videos on how to pair your phone and how to use the Connected app, and I'll be happy to show you that next time. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.